Hi, welcome to the live stream this morning. So for those of you who don't know, my name's Jabeen. I'm a channel of Archangel Raphael, and in this live stream, Raphael will speak according to who's listening, give messages, maybe do clearings as well, and then talk about the week ahead. So I'm just going to let Archangel Raphael come in and speak. I would like you to know that I am seeing that all around you at the moment, for each one of you, there are changes going on. But the changes may not be apparent to you on all levels, because what tends to happen is that as you make adjustments internally, you automatically start to attract a match to that, and so you are not necessarily noticing that something is changing in an enormous way because you are already a match for what is happening. So it feels natural, inevitable. So, in this way, you are all experiencing changes, but not always noticing them because they are not giving you a big contrast, a stark contrast between how you are feeling and what is happening. What I'm really trying to say is that as you become a match for something, it feels natural. It feels like that is just the way life should go. I hope this makes sense. So you may not be consciously noticing all the changes that have already happened, but I would like you to take a few moments to reflect and notice what has changed, because by noticing, you are then encouraging more change. You are noticing that it has happened, so therefore it will happen even more. What I would like to do in this live stream is two things, and one is share information about your lives and what is going on. But the second is to also enable you to create bigger changes by noticing what has happened and also giving you energy transmissions that allow this. So, what I would like to do first is give you an energy transmission around change. And this will involve you receiving an energy that will help to increase the changes in your life. The energy will go to whatever part of you most needs it in order for that part of your life to change. And also, at the same time, I will bring into your awareness the changes you have already experienced, so you are more aware of them. So, doing this now. I would like to continue. And what I would like to share is that when you are living in the light, it is not necessarily about always feeling well. It is about going to the places that need attention. So living in the light may involve having to feel uncomfortable for short periods of time as you start to notice things which are not right, and then you do need to work on making them right. So, an example of this can be that when you walk into a building, you may notice that there are things about it which are not quite right, which need adjusting. And then over time, you make those adjustments and it becomes more stable, more homely, more in the light in this way. So it is the same with everything. That living in the light is not about necessarily trying to make things okay, which are not okay. It is about being able to accept the way things are, but also be able to make changes so you are able to make the changes necessary in order for things to be more in alignment. But what I will say to those of you that struggle generally with this is that there is such a thing as being able to make changes from a place of feeling angry and annoyed. But it takes far more energy, because what tends to happen is the part of you that is angry is not able to function properly. So, this is why we say that it is far better to first be able to accept how things are. And then from that place, you are able to make changes from an empowered place, a place where you are not agitated by what is. You are able to accept reality as it is, and then do your part to make it brighter and clearer, lighter. I hope this makes sense. It is not something many people are able to do very well. I see that most people are triggered by things which are not right, not in the light. Most people find it hard to be able to be in a state of compassion when they see gross injustice, when they see hardship where there shouldn't be. But what I will say is, as you are able to accept that everyday reality is not necessarily a place that is aligned, then you are able to bring in alignment, light, truth, justice. And the reason I'm giving this message is because I want you to go inwards and be in a state where you are aspiring for this, to be able to ask inwardly, to be in this state as and when you can be. I also would like you to know that nobody has ever asked you to be with people unless you really want to be. And for this reason, you don't have to try to force yourself to be with people. Accept them as they are. Be someone who is always available for others. What I see is that it is much more about going through internal changes at the moment. It is not about forcing yourself into situations which don't feel so good for you. It is about allowing the internal changes to happen that will then enable the external changes to spontaneously happen. So, what I'm really trying to say, that when it comes to family, friends, people in your life who have perhaps been in it for a long time, who you may feel not so good around at times, be with yourself. Allow changes to take place and be with them when you feel like it, but don't force anything to happen. I would like to speak now about something else entirely. And that is how much you have all been able to create in your reality right now. What I will say is that some of you feel that you are lagging behind others. So some people here have been able to manifest a lot of change in their lives. Good things have already happened. Good things that you really feel are life changing. And then for others here, it is still that you feel that you are treading water, trying to keep afloat, that nothing major has really changed. And you are then questioning what you are doing and wondering if there is something else you should be doing. What I would like to say to all of you is that it is about allowing the changes to happen. I will say to those of you who have not yet experienced major changes in your life that it is much more about allowing energies to move within you, that you are not quite ready for the bigger changes because there is still energy moving from other lives, from places that are hidden, perhaps quite dark even, places in yourself where you have felt neglected for a while, lonely, unable to move forwards, perhaps even stifled in some way, or feeling that you have been deliberately interfered with to stop your progress. So, for those of you in this boat, allow the energies to move. Don't be in a rush because this is a time of healing, a time to find real wellness. Don't force yourself to move forwards. Be with what is, and you will move forwards at the right time. I would like to share one more thing now, which is actually more intricate, a bit more complex to understand on all levels. I would like to share that the current reality that you are all experiencing collectively is not only a manifestation of what you have generated over lifetimes. And what I mean by this is that where you have felt disempowered, there have been other forces that have taken over. But it is not only that, it is also a manifestation of the energies that have always been present on earth, trying to create chaos and destruction. And these energies are showing themselves up now more strongly than ever. What I am really trying to say is that life has never been that good for people on earth, not for a long time. There have always been these negative forces around that people have had to battle through. And what I will say is that everything going on at the moment is a manifestation of your own issues on a collective level, but also these forces that come and take over, and they try to create a type of world where people feel at the mercy of something larger, governments and larger institutions. What I would like you to know is that a big part of awakening in this lifetime in particular is to be aware of what is going on and then to take back control and power and create lives which are very much about what you want and not to take notice of what is going on externally in a broader context. This is one of your life lessons collectively as a race of beings. It is about taking back power and control from the wrong hands and having lives that really reflect your true values. And through this, you are able to express your higher purpose. What I am also trying to say is for those of you who are not so empowered in this aspect of life when it comes to taking control of your life, perhaps growing your own food, being more self sufficient, more independent of external institutions. I am not asking you to necessarily learn everything necessary to be fully in your own power in this aspect. But what I am saying is be aware of what is going on and create a vision internally of what you would like, how you would be like how you would like to be living. Create your own vision. Don't let it be dictated to you by external forces. Decide what you want, and then you will attract what you need to make it happen. So it is not about being able to do everything yourself, but it is about having a vision based on what you want and then allowing it to happen in the right way. So if you don't feel like growing your own food, you don't have to, but have a vision of what you want and let it happen in the right way. And through this, what you will find is that you will attract all the necessary ingredients to make this vision reality. And through this also, you may even find that you are interested in things that you didn't think you would be. You may end up learning new things from people who you attract. You may end up actually finding new parts of yourself which have been shut down, perhaps because they were deliberately shut down by others, interfered with, or perhaps because in the past you didn't really feel you needed those parts. You didn't nurture them. You didn't really utilize them in your everyday life. What I am really trying to say is life is changing for everyone. You will all find that you develop new skills spontaneously at the right time, effortlessly. You will all find that you are going to collaborate with one another more and more as time goes by. But it will be spontaneous, not forced. And you will all find that you will be creating a new reality together. I have no more messages, but what I would like to share with you is that the week ahead will be rather good. There will be a lot of light, a lot of good energy that you can utilize to move forwards. That is all. Hmm. Yes, I'd just like to say thank you for listening, everyone, and wishing you a lovely week ahead and much love to all of you.